Okay, so Samsung just announced the Galaxy Z Fold 4, and while things may look the same on the outside, the things that they improved on, in my opinion, make a huge impact on what is considered to be the benchmark for foldable devices. Hey guys, Tito James here, and while Leia is off in New York covering events on the ground, we were able to spend some time with both the Flip and the Fold here in the Philippines. But before we get to those changes that I was talking about, let's cover the basics, because let's face it, it's probably the least interesting thing about this device. We are getting the latest and greatest processor in the market from Qualcomm right now, the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, that's paired with lots of RAM and up to 1 terabyte of internal storage. So that spec bump for the internals definitely gives you enough muscle to handle all the tasks that you're going to throw at this phone and then some. The battery is pretty much the same for this iteration of the Fold at 4,400 mAh, which should give you at least a whole day with this device, but we really do have to test it out to confirm that statement. Samsung has always been conservative with their charging technology, and that hasn't changed with both the Flip and the Fold this year. And if you've used one of their phones, you know what I'm talking about. It's not the fastest, but it is fast enough. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's finally get to those key changes. If you look at the Z Fold 4, it doesn't look very different from the previous gen, and I think that's to be expected. Since it's gonna take a while for Samsung to take this in a different direction in terms of design, plus I really don't know what kind of form factor you can do with the foldable that you can still kind of use with one hand. Anyway, one of the big changes that they made is making the cover screen a bit wider, so using the phone unfolded feels a bit more comfortable. This addresses one of the pain points that users had with the previous Fold. To be honest with you guys, I really didn't feel that much of a difference, but I was only able to spend a few hours with the Fold, and most of it was also spent shooting B-roll for this video. The good news here is that the screen does look as good as ever, and so that I don't make a mistake, I will leave all the specs up on screen, so feel free to pause if you need time to read. Now, one change that received a significant bump with this year's Fold is with its camera system. Samsung has armed this year's offering with a 50 megapixel main camera, and while we are getting the same 12 megapixel ultra-wide, they've added on more capabilities on the telephoto end that now has their 30x space zoom. Now, we were able to take the cameras for a very quick spin around the space we were in, so conditions weren't really optimal to see what these shooters can do, but everything looks to be on the up and up. I guess we'll have to wait a bit until we get a review unit to see if all of Samsung's claims about the camera performance are true. We were also able to test out the camera on the cover screen, and while there is a noticeable dip in quality, I can still see quick photos using the cameras posted on your respective feeds. Plus, you can always use the cameras on the back plus the cover screen if you want the best quality from the Fold 4. Which brings me to another big change in the Fold 4, its in-display camera. Not in terms of megapixel count though, because it's still at 4 megapixels. The big change here is that it's way less noticeable compared to the one on the Fold 3, where I'm sure Samsung did their best, but compared to this year's model, again, definitely a big change in terms of camouflaging it. Which brings me to the last change or improvement with the Fold this year, and it really takes the cake: software optimization. Now, I wasn't able to test it out, but that in-display camera we were just talking about should work better with Google Meet, Teams, and Zoom, and if I remember correctly, it should also have auto framing like what we saw on the S8 Ultra, the Tab S8 Ultra. But aside from that, we all know that Samsung made the Fold to be a multitasking monster, and they've made some tweaks on their UI to push that even further. One way that they did this is by simply adding a dock on the bottom of the screen when you launch apps so that you can easily switch around to get more work done. That, or maybe quickly hide the fact that you're taking a quick YouTube break at work. Sub while you're at it. The other is actually a very elegant solution to those looking to take advantage of the screen real estate of the main display of the Fold. They introduced what they're calling app pairing, which pretty much launches 2 apps you've designated the tag team to launch in a single tap. It may not sound like much, but it can save a lot of time and increase your productivity using the Fold. I'm pretty sure that there are more changes Samsung made to improve the user experience with the Fold 4, but those are the ones that really stood out when we were able to use this for a couple of hours. And I mean, you still have a really good looking main display when the phone is opened up, but yes, the crease is still there. I don't think that's gonna go away until technology pushes further. The phone is as sturdy as Samsung can make it with all the fancy material names like Gorilla Glass Victus Plus, Armor Aluminum, but I do appreciate that it has an IPX rating for those accidental spills. Leo was also able to check out a quick demo of Samsung torture testing the foldables, and they are rated for up to 200K folds in its lifetime. The big question, how much will the Fold set you back? Now, I really hate to do this, but as of recording this video, I actually don't have the price for the Z Fold 4 yet or the Z Flip 4, but hopefully by the time that you see this video, I will have it here. And if it's not, at the very least, I will have it linked down below in an article on the website. Now, Samsung Philippines also mentioned some really good pre-order bonuses when you get the Flip or the Fold, and I'll leave it down below as well, plus some details on their trade-in program. Okay, so I think that pretty much does it for the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4. If you want to see the Flip, I'll have the link somewhere on screen for Leia's video. And again, I can't wait to use both these devices. So I hope I get a review unit in hand very, very soon. But if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, sub to the channel, make sure you hit that notification bell. If you have any questions, leave them down below and I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can. For all the latest in tech and more about these foldables, head to unbox.ph+. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and yeah, those three. I'll leave all the links down below. Anyway, my name is Tito James. Peace, God bless. See you guys next time, and of course, stay safe. Oh my God, thank you, motorcycle. Stay safe, guys.